Beautiful performance. Recently, Amazon Web Services Chief Technology Officer and Amazon Vice President Werner Vogels was in South Africa to speak about how companies can use cloud computing to benefit their businesses. Our Morning Live producer Kirat Lala caught up with him in Sandton to get more insight into the Amazon Web Services.
Werner Vogels, welcome to Morning Live. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here, and I apologize for not speaking Afrikaans.
That's fine. Well, your name is almost similar. You can say it with the same syllables in Afrikaans as well.
Yes, it's interesting. For me, I can actually listen to Afrikaans because I understand, of course, both Dutch and English. I'm Dutch by birth. But speaking it, I have no idea which words go in English and which ones go in Dutch.
Well, you'll get used to it. Stay a little while longer.
I certainly will try to.
But talk us about Werner Vogels, the person, and how did you land up in Amazon?
So I was an academic, actually, before I joined Amazon. I worked on the principles of building very large computer systems and how to build them in a reliable manner such that companies could build their livelihood on it. And so Amazon in 2004 already was actually one of the companies that was one of the most advanced technology companies in terms of building very large scale systems. And they invited me to come and work for them, and I didn't have to think long and got it to say yes to them.
So cloud computing and AWS, that's why you're in South Africa. So explain to us what that's a little bit more about.
Cloud computing is that you can get access to IT capabilities such as compute and storage and databases in an infinite amount anywhere in the world with a pay-as-you-go model and in an on-demand fashion. But by now, of course, cloud computing is much more than just compute, storage and databases. We can help you build mobile applications or Internet of Things applications or home automation. So many more areas. And definitely South African young companies were some of the earliest adapting cloud computing capabilities.
So in terms of Amazon web-based services coming here to South Africa to assist, I believe, small businesses in South Africa to upstart themselves?
Well, that's one. I think definitely very popular among younger businesses. Take, for example, I think in South Africa there's many young businesses that operate in the payment space. Paygate, Zuna, Intersect, Zapper, all of them are young businesses that really target the new financial services market. And so all of them build their business on top of AWS.
So for those that want to utilize AWS, how can they go about doing that?
You just go to aws.amazon.com, sign up, and you can start going. We have a free tier for anybody to use. And if you're a young business or a startup, definitely take a look at the program that's called AWS Activate. For that is where we really support young businesses with up to grants up to $100,000 in credits, free support, and also made support from our partners.
And lastly, do you work closely with Jeff Bezos, or what is your relationship like?
Well, as a CTO, Chief Technology Officer, when I started off at least, you're much more internally focused. Big programs that we were running within Amazon. But if you become a technology provider, such as we are now through the Amazon Web Services, the role of a CTO changes. Becomes much more of a external-facing technologist. I'm working much with our customers, understanding how they're using our services, thinking about what can we do better, and what should we still be building that is missing out there. And as such, that's much more of my role these days, and I remain, of course, an advisor to the rest of the company.
Any last things you want to tell South Africans about the world of cloud computing?
You can start small. This is not something where you have to be big in. Pick a little project that you would like to do, and even if you're a student, for example, at school or at university, and you have a great project in mind, go to the Amazon.com, aws.amazon.com/educate web pages, and you find abilities to get grants for any nice project that you have in mind.
Werner Vogels, thank you. It's been a pleasure joining us here on Morning Live.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, there you have it. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much to the Morning Live team.